Welcome back. You're watching Local News Live. Meta, the company that owns Facebook and Instagram, just launched a new app called Threads. It's similar to Twitter, but with a twist. Social media analyst Kris Ruby joins me now. Kris, for starters, what is Threads and how does it work?
Threads is basically what people are saying is quote unquote the new Twitter killer. Meta launched this product, and it's essentially a bare bones version of Twitter right now, where you can post different threads, you can interact with people that you know from Instagram or anywhere really. You can port over your bio from Instagram, you can do different text-based short messages and posts, you can do links as well. And it has some of the quote tweet features that people typically liked on Twitter.
Now, when it comes to our privacy, that's always a really big thing, especially with new apps. How do we keep our information protected?
Well, it's really important to understand that Threads does have some serious privacy concerns. For example, it is not even yet launched in the EU because of privacy concerns. So one of the current issues is that it does feel like a step backwards for people who are concerned with privacy, and in particular with Meta's terms of service or even generative AI and how all of this is being used for training data and machine learning models. It's important that you know that what you write or what you post can be used by Meta to train their models. And they explicitly state that in their terms of service. And so if you're someone who doesn't want your writing, your text, your images used, think accordingly and plan where else you may want to go.
That's all really good information because I think a lot of times when people see something new, they just want to hop on what's new because everyone else is doing it without really taking these types of concerns to mind. I do want to ask you, brought it up a few minutes ago about this new app potentially being the Twitter killer. What do you make of that?
I don't think it's going to kill Twitter. I realize everyone is saying it's going to kill Twitter, but here's the thing. We've been through this now at least 5 other times. Every time there's a new app, they call it the Twitter killer, but it just doesn't, right? As of right now, it's too bare bones, and Twitter is where the action is. It's the intersection of politics and media. And so, yes, Twitter does have some issues, but at the end of the day, it's just a much more established product when comparing it to what we're looking at on Threads. And from a privacy perspective, this is why I say it feels like a step back, because some of us have uncoupled or decoupled from Meta because of their approach to privacy. And it's really hard now to go back into that ecosystem when you talk about things like privacy or censorship or not being allowed to say certain words due to machine learning or anything else. To report all that and then go back into that ecosystem again is a little bit challenging. So I started testing that last night to see what do those safety filters look like, what do the labels look like, and we'll have more information on that in the coming days.
All right, social media analyst Kris Ruby, thank you so much for joining me.
Thanks for having me.